China. After the mysterious disappearance of a coal miner, his wife and her lover vanished without a trace. It would take police 3 decades to uncover the truth. On April 2nd, 1990, G, a 32-year-old coal miner in Shanxi province, went missing on his way home from work. Although the distance between the mine and his home was only about a 30-minute walk through rugged mountain roads, G never returned. His family waited all night in vain. G's parents told police that their son was punctual, always home on time, and never stayed out overnight. The next morning, G's father reported him missing. He feared that G's stubborn nature might have led to conflict with someone and possibly foul play. The family immediately began searching. Co-workers confirmed that G had left work on time that day, saying he was heading straight home because of the rain and didn't want to catch a cold. But when the family retraced his route, no one had seen him. 2 days later, with still no word from G, the family suspected something terrible had happened. Nearly 200 villagers joined the search, scouring fields, mines, ponds, and wells without success. When all hope seemed lost, the family finally contacted the police. Investigators from Gaoping City combed through G's route home and discovered a large pool of fresh blood on the western slope of the village. The amount was enough to be fatal. Because it had rained heavily that evening, the blood mixed with soil and went unnoticed during earlier searches. Unfortunately, forensic technology in 1990 was limited, and police could not confirm whose blood it was. A local shepherd later told police he had seen G that evening. G had asked for a cigarette before hurrying down mountain. This proved G had not strayed from his usual path. Still, no other evidence surfaced. Then a villager who had joined the search handed police a digital wristwatch he had found near the bloodstains. It was a woman's watch, still functional except for minor water damage. In a remote mountain village, such an item was rare and valuable, unlikely to be discarded carelessly. When G's family saw the watch, his younger sister immediately recognized it as belonging to G's wife, Tan, 35 years old. But when police arrived at Tan's home, she had vanished. Suspicion grew that she had killed her husband and fled. Relatives confirmed Tan's odd behavior. She showed no concern for her husband's disappearance and refused to join search efforts. G and Tan had both come from failed marriages. G's first wife had died young, while Tan had divorced her abusive first husband. They married through an introduction, but the relationship was troubled. Living with G's extended family caused constant arguments, and they had been living apart for over a year. Police soon learned Tan was having an affair with a villager named Lu, 37. Their romance was so open they met regularly in the mountains and were even seen together by locals, sparking gossip and ridicule. G, embarrassed and enraged, separated from Tan, who returned to live with her mother. When police searched for Lu, they discovered he too had disappeared. Neighbors recalled seeing him leave with Tan on the day investigators first arrived. A day earlier, his face had scratches, which he claimed came from tree branches while working in the hills. Investigators concluded both Tan and Lu were deeply involved. But without modern surveillance or national ID systems, tracking fugitives was nearly impossible. The case went cold for 30 years. In 2020, a breakthrough came. Police suspected Tan and Lu had drastically changed their appearances and identities. Investigators traced Tan's daughter from her first marriage, Yuan, who had been only 9 years old when Tan fled. Yuan was now 40. At first, Yuan hesitated, but officers urged her, "Your mother has lived in fear for 30 years. It's time to end this. Only by surrendering can she hope for mercy." Yuan broke down and confessed she knew her mother's whereabouts. On July 16, 2020, Tan surrendered herself. Lu was arrested shortly after. Both admitted to the crime and described how they had survived in hiding, moving from place to place, working as laborers, unable to see a doctor or travel without papers. On April 2, 1990, Tan had met Lu under a bridge to avoid the rain. While flirting, they were suddenly discovered by G, who threw stones at them in rage. Furious at being caught, Lu attacked G. The fight turned violent. Eventually, Lou struck G in the head repeatedly with a rock, killing him instantly. Terrified, Tan returned and found her husband dead. She and Lou buried his body in the mountains before fleeing together. For 3 decades, they lived in the shadows until guilt and Tan's longing to see her daughter drove her to confess. On July 22, 2020, police unearthed G's remains. After 30 years, the victim finally had justice, while Tan and Lou faced the law.